Yeah. Like, why you ain't subbing on me? Why you ain't subbing on me? Why you ain't subbing on me?
I need to know. Facebook, YouTube, Metaverse. I make content, I surely do. DJ, rap, music I sing. Cook, clean, pray with the saints. Amen. Show you halls to the art I paint. I say things that make you think. I sell the printers, I sell the ink. Bussin'. I sell the paper, I sell the plates. Press mugs, tumblers, t-shirts. I press them, bring them out. Watch me twerk. Throw plaques right out the dirt. You don't sub, you think it hurts? Hell no! I got that sauce, drip, I'm a ball. Drip, drip, I got that sauce, drip, I'm a ball. I just wanna know, I'm a boss. Wanna know,
Let's go.
Hey, jury, banging brother.
Here you go.
I send out freebies in every order. Reapply
My lip gloss shine, I make designs. And all I ask that you sub one time, but you don't. What the F is wrong with you? You won't. What the F I'm supposed to do? Nah, boo. I ain't got an attitude. This content creator refused to lose. You ain't have a clue.
Lurking.
Till I was showing you so
Watch it.
show a little gratitude. I might shout you out on a review
Cut
or
the
two.
bushes.
While I'm on my daily grind making sales of views. I'm not salty cause you're faulty.
No.
I'm just confused. Why you ain't subbing me though? I put the drip drip in every flavor. Taste it, lifesaver. I'm a boss, you know it, I'm dope. You see this greatness? Who won't smoke? Now throw your thumbs in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you declare my content is, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. It's free. Why you ain't subbing on me?
Lit, bam.
Hey, why you ain't subbing on me?
I wanna know. I need to know. It's bothering
Why you
me.
ain't subbing on me?
I don't use YouTube like that.
I looked for your page, but I couldn't find it.
Girl, I didn't even know you had a channel.
I haven't been online in months.
My phone is broke.
I don't even know what that is.
It's on right now. When I get back to my computer, I'll get you. I'll hit you.
Gotcha. Please like, share, comment. Thank you. Boy, I tell you. All right.
Like this beat. Okay, girl, y'all ready? Get it together. This is our time. Yes! All right now. Yes! The truth, the real, the how you feel. All right. The love and the truth, the real, the how you feel. Come to me for advice about your family and friends, to your husband and your wife. I can tell you about mine and what's been applied. So stay tuned and buckle in for the ride. My past experience are for your ears to hear. I'll tell you tales from my past year. May do a review on some beauty products. You can catch me on the stream when the grease is popping. And the show, the truth, the real, the how you feel. Okay. The love and the show, the truth, the real, the how you feel. When the road is bumpy and everything is shaky, gotta live and love and show it on the daily. You do your thing and I'll do mine. No judgment here, there's only love on my mind. It's not always right, some things are not easy. We can toss and turn until we make it easy. Keep a smile on your face and encourage one another. We only live one life, so we gotta love each other. Love and live show, the truth, the real, the how you feel. Oh yeah, the love and live show, the truth, the real, the how you feel. The lesson we learn won't stop stop or block us. We're all on the path, so let's get to walking. Live and love each day as your last. It's funny how time can flash. This is your life, so you better live it. If you really want something, work hard to get it. Join me on my journey and watch the show. We'll do it one more time, but by now you should know. Love this show. Yeah. Love this show.
Yo, L&L. L&L. Woo, woo, woo. L&L show. It's hot, hot, hot. Taste it hot. I'm ready. L&L. Let's go. L&L show. Yeah. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation, tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Elijah always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time, come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time, creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up, shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and live empire, bringing all the heat. Wanna taste that heat? Woo. Try to taste the heat. Woo. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Woo. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Heat. Dynamite's the truth. Have you woo? Elijah, favorite nephew, Lenora. She know it's the truth. Adriana, Chris. Everybody love Chris. Love it yourself.
It's the love and live show. It's the love and live show.
Love and live.
It's the love and live.
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up, please stay up and live. Get up, please stay up and live.
Love and live. Each day as if it was your last.
The love and live show. The love and live show.
This is Love and Live
Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome to the Love and Live show.
How is everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so you're doing good. You're doing
I
good
am.
in the neighborhood. It doesn't look like you're doing so good anymore.
Well, I asked somebody to make me some ice water, but we won't talk about that.
Well, anyway, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Love and Live show. It's relationship.
Have you had your coffee today?
Have you had your coffee today? I don't know if we had our coffee today. It seemed like you had, though.
Have you had your coffee?
Have you had your coffee today? Yeah.
Right, all right. Have you had your coffee today? We're going to go ahead and welcome some folks in, though. Starting from the top.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and welcome in
Sweetheart.
How are you doing today, Sweetheart? Sweetheart says, how are you doing today? She said for dinner she had some spring rolls, some noodles, carrots, and cucumbers.
Oh, dang. I'm going to have to kick
All right,
it
she
up.
said it's Thursday. She got some exercises. Friday, she got art classes and theater.
Yeah.
She's giving us her whole schedule.
That's what I'm talking about. We need to know these
We got to
things.
let somebody in because together we can do something. And we also have a video that's be coming out actually today.
Yay!
We're going to go ahead and welcome in.
Together we break change production.
She says, hello, everyone. Together we break change productions. We appreciate you so much. We really do sincerely want to say sorry. We had a video, then we had to re-record the video. So that video is going to be coming up today. Together we break change productions.
Yeah, he said it fast. But we recorded a video, had it, can't find that video to save our life. Still looking for that video. So we had to redo the video which, you know, kind of hurt my little feelings, but, you know, anyway.
But we do truly appreciate you, and we want to make sure we are able to show that in the video. So I hope you'll be able to catch it, but, you know.
Yeah, be on today.
It'll be up to that. Thank you. Together we break.
And welcome in Marine Tom, UV3NCHI.
All right, we're going to go ahead and welcome in Panama City. Panama, how you doing today?
Yes, I love me some Panama City. Let me tell you about Lee. I'm gonna just tell you about her real quick because I can. So I am because I can. Okay. Let me just tell you about Lee. Lee is an awesome lady. Like when I was starting off and stuff like that, she didn't mind telling me anything, like any questions I had. She just told me, and it was really amazing to me because literally she didn't have to, and she even got me on her Facebook page and everything. She is an awesome lady. If you guys do not know her, you need to go check her out. She is like the a diamond that you haven't found yet, and that's just who she is. Like she should be blown up. Like she should have like 1 million subscribers. Just how giving she is. But what I've noticed is when you're giving and you're more positive and you're more of the, those are the people that don't get their accolades right. They don't be getting the big numbers. And I really feel like they should be getting their big numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I just want to say, I just had to give you that because I need to do her a shout out. Okay, put her on my list of shout outs.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and welcome some folks that stay entertaining. Yes. One half wants to know if you should have coffee, and one's going to cook with you. We got House of X Entertainment. We stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining.
Whoop, whoop. We staying entertaining.
Okay, remix.
We breaking it down in good old time. You can come and check us out any old time.
Remix.
You gotta get some food. You better.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway.
Welcome in, Vito. I am Jamie, disrespectful,
butterfly,
one man,
country boy,
army, and and what he said.
All right, we got House X saying, "Hey, lovely
hey.
show." It said, "Hey, everyone."
Hey.
Everybody
in the pool. Y'all in the pool. I got my phone.
But House X said, "Chris, get in the pool."
He needs to be too. Because Chris has been harassing me. He needs to be in the pool.
Well, we're going to go ahead and welcome in
my sis,
Sandra
Clark, a.k.a. Boober.
Sandra, how you doing today? What's going on?
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, sisters and Strawberry Bro Panda. Happy Wednesday. How you guys doing today? We're pretty good.
We're doing good. Thank you for coming through. Welcome in, Troy, Tony, Pool Shooter, Datana, King Bay, and Jeff Gardner.
Jeff, how you doing? We're going to go ahead and welcome in
Afro Max
family. Afro Max. You know, we get that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we get the
and
it's Afro Max. All right, we got Afro Max in here.
And then I gotta interrupt.
Okay,
so Afro Max, I love them too. Okay, I love all y'all, but sometimes I don't get to see y'all enough to give you your props. So I'm giving it to you right now because I don't get to see you often.
Okay, go ahead.
But these two people are just amazing.
One, yes.
If you ever want to know a good place to eat, if you could be in a city and town, they are the ones to go and chill. They remodeled their house, their kitchen. I mean, they're just doing things. But what I love is
them shorts. Oh my goodness,
the shorts be on point. And then she even did this girdle thing that supposed to suck you in. And I looked at her figuring like, why do you need one? Like, you don't need nothing to be sucked in. You need to be handing that over to me, but I need to buy probably 2 or 3 of those put together and throw it up.
Okay. Anyway.
I just was like, you guys are doing your thing. I am so proud, and I'm so glad you guys are blowing up. You guys are doing your thing, and I don't get to tell you that often, and I don't like to type on my phone, so a lot of times when I'm watching your stuff, I'm on my phone, but I just wanted to say you guys are doing awesome and amazing. I'm really so proud of you guys, and you guys are just a wonderful family, and I love the blend. You know what I mean? You got the African you got the Mexican
Afro Max in the building.
You know how y'all doing it. I'm just saying, it is beautiful. The love that you guys have for each other is it really just bounces through the screen. Okay, I'm not gonna try to do this to everybody I ain't seen in a while, but I'm just gonna let you know I'm giving y'all props when I get it. You know?
All right, absolutely. Okay. So yeah, they said, "Hey fam, how have y'all been? Happy Wednesday."
Happy Wednesday, thank you.
All right, just say hello to the chat.
Yeah, we are
Together
so far
we
behind.
break change prayers. She said, "Did you ever get my plaques?" Yeah, that's the video. That's coming up.
Yes, we did.
That's what the video.
And our plaques is right here. I know y'all can't see it, but it's right here on my bar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we got to welcome some folks in. All right. Not just any file. We're going to go ahead and open it up The Bud Files. The Bud Files ain't saying hello, peoples.
Welcome in Reek, Italian Stallion, Edward Oates. Welcome in.
What's going on? We're going to go ahead and welcome in.
Keep it up with Queen Eva.
How you doing?
How you doing, sis? How's everything going?
She said evening at my end. All right. How you doing?
Evening. Oh, Lord.
She got a whole new profile picture since we seen her.
Oh, yeah. And then she be doing big things, too. Like, she be traveling and stuff. I just love seeing where she lives and where she be going in places. That just really makes me feel good.
Well, she said, hello, Queen Lenora.
That's my sis right there. I love you guys. Yes.
All right. We got to go ahead and welcome in. MS, that's LB. G in the building. He said, hey, what's good, people?
Welcome in Motor Girl, Kaya B, Martinez,
and
Leon.
Monogon. Anyway.
You know what your name is.
All right. Sandra Clark comes through. She says, happy Wednesday.
Well, Sandra, stop it. I love you so much.
What else you saying?
I think she's saying, what you trying to say, Sandra? I can't hear you. You
gotta
speak up. Speak up, Sandra.
What is the message?
You whispering. Speak up. I can't hear you.
What is it?
Why is she whispering?
Oh, my goodness. Turn it up a little bit louder.
Just a little bit louder.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Ain't nothing free about us.
All right, thank you so much, Sandra. We truly do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so sweet, and especially what you going through, and you still giving. I just appreciate that because you didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Panama said, love your hair and glasses.
Yes, Lee, I'm gonna tell you, honey. My nephew, my YouTube nephew, Leon, hooked me up with this wig, and I put this little clip through it, to it, and then I said, "Oh yeah, the glasses do match." So now, if I could match it with my clothes, I would have been on point. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I mean? Lee?
Enough said. We're gonna keep it right there.
Yes, welcome and peace for life, Chi and Tiara Thomas. Oh, that's what he said.
All right, but you know what? Also would be nice. Your yellow would have matched that.
Match what?
This get up that you had, that one yellow that you be wearing, I think that would be, very bright, it would match. I think it would match. You put the yellow on, I think it would go. But anyway.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wardrobe aside. Wardrobe aside, we're gonna go ahead and welcome in Mr. Blue Carpet himself. We've got Prince Daniel. He said, hey, Queen and favorite nephew. He's working his other job.
Yeah.
You just said, I don't work at night anymore. I'm working at the daytime.
Oh, wow. Okay. And welcome in, Nell Junkie and Ms. Kaya.
All right. Welcome in.
Yes.
You also got to see Sandra saying that you look beautiful today, Sisters on Strawberry.
Thank
she
you.
said you wearing my favorite color.
Royalty purple.
Yeah.
Girl, my favorite color, too. You know how people have changed their colors in lifetime? I've had this favorite color since I was little.
We gotta welcome somebody. She lit, and she's in his. We've got
755 media. 755 media.
Oh, y'all go ahead and hit your girl.
Hey,
all right, we got 755 in here. She said, "What up, everybody?
Everybody in the
What's
club.
good? How you doing, 755? How you doing? Lit.
What you doing?
You know, I had to
don't be messing
the
up.
5 is strong.
We're not gonna do that. Welcome in, Serene and Walk Dog 9.
Sandra said, "You're so welcome, my sisters and Strawberry Bro Panda. We have, and no matter what the devil tries to throw my way, we're gonna come out on top. Praise God.
Praise God. Ain't that the truth? Yes."
Yeah, she said, me too, my sisters and Strawberry. My favorite color has always been purple, pink, and black.
We got the same color. We must be twins. We over here twinning. Walk Dog said, welcome in, Walk Dog. And then he said, praise him. Yes.
Yeah, energy. Welcome
praise
in.
Him in the morning.
Just trying to help. Welcome in.
Hey, praise him in the nighttime. Hey, praise him through the day. Every day. I just made up a song. Let me stop.
You did. Did you have your coffee today?
Have you had your coffee today?
I think she had her coffee today.
I'm just saying, have you had your coffee?
Have you had your coffee today?
I think she had her coffee today.
Thank you for the crown. Yes, well, dog. Thank you for the crown. I appreciate it.
So with that being said, right there,
We got
it's
relationship advice.
advice. If you guys have any relationship related questions, feel free to drop them down in the chat. We're gonna get to them. With this first question that we have today, and it's in the title. Not
I didn't
on
get to see
there,
the title.
on
Sorry.
the title. It said partner only loves me for my weight. All right. So we're gonna get
specify on that.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this one. He's just saying you can't. I need the details.
I need details.
So we got a husband and we got a wife, and they've been married for a long time, good long bit. You know, for them to know how each other react to each other. You know, they know each other's behaviors, all that. They've been together for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, she has been, you know, to her, she has been overweight, is what she said. She felt overweight. She felt bigger. And, you know, recently she's been slimming down. She was always of course, she felt like she was more than her husband. Yeah, exactly. So her husband, he's getting a little bit bigger, but she's been getting smaller recently. She's been feeling herself, you know, feeling that. And, you know, she just hates that everything seems to change as she's got skinnier. She feels like his attitude towards her, you know, he's more happy. He's, you know, trying to do things more, trying to go out more, trying to do other type of activities. Now that she's smaller, she feels more appreciated now that she has lost the weight.
Oh.
And so, you know, she appreciates the comments, but sometimes she be crying because she feels like, is this real? You know, like if I get big again, is he going to keep this same energy? So how do you feel about that question? I don't know. How do you feel about that situation, I would say?
I'm gonna say I have no idea. First time my mind is blank. Do y'all got any ideas for this?
I'm gonna say, listen. I'm gonna say this. Like, I feel like as much as you might feel like it's a weight thing, it could be like
a season.
It could not even be a season. It could be her behavior.
Oh,
you know, like if you really think about it, like, you know, she's slimmed down. She's probably feeling herself more happy in general.
I'm making pepper extract, and it's in the butter. It's in the magic butter, and I'm making pepper extract.
But first of all, we're gonna go ahead and welcome some folks in because we need some prayer for that moment right there. We gotta welcome in the Prank Couple Cooking Series.
Welcome in.
Saying hello, cool look. All right, hello, Queen, cool look.
Thank you.
The man always on time. Yeah, absolutely.
Who you talking about?
Anyway, we got Prank Couple Cooking Series. Nowadays, you know, we gotta praise God. We're gonna leave it at that note. We also gotta welcome in my boy. He's sliding in here. Whoa. He must be rocking. We got DJ Vince Rocket. All right, DJ Vince Rocket said hello. Cool. Hello, Queen. Cool look. And E, the man with the plan. You already know I'm the man with the plan and ready to make demands.
I don't even know what the plan got. Welcome in, James, L.E., Key, Tony, C.K., Apple. Okay, so let's get back here because we got some good questions over here that I really want to get to.
President, you got a real good question. 755 said, who talking on that toilet?
Oh, that is my butter machine, magic butter machine, and I'm making pepper extract for my sauce. So it's gonna make this noise for about a good 2 hours.
All right. She said, she said, nah, we heard that toilet flushing. You ain't gonna let it slide. So with that being said, in that situation, you know, how do you? I feel like, you know,
I agree with you.
It
I
might be a behavior
thing.
It
is.
It might really just
her attitude is new.
Have a different outlook on
yourself. She has more confidence.
Yeah, exactly. People
feed
off of each other.
Yeah, because confidence is sexy. People don't understand that. They think, oh, you have the size 2 body, 6 body, 8, 12 body, that's sexy. No, confidence is sexy. When you have a confidence about yourself and you work in your confidence, that is what does it for you. And I agree with you. I wouldn't have never put that together, but yeah, I do say that because I always say when you have low self-esteem, people could tell you have low self-esteem, and there's people that pry and want to jump on there to take advantage of people with low self-esteem. But her self-esteem probably just rising to the top.
Skyrocketed with that. Yeah, she's feeling herself. Yeah. I think that's kind of what it'd be. I mean,
I'm agree with you.
As much as you might think, because it's easy to think something like that. You know, you made a big change. Maybe just got some money in the bank or something like that, and you might feel, oh, you're a gold digger or something like that because now I got money. Now we're happy because we got money. You wasn't happy when we was broke, but it could just be your walk is different. You know, like you said, you got the confidence on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome in, Bobby, Miss Quita, Pink Nougat. How are you? Welcome in.
All right.
I like that. I think that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a perfect answer to that. I thought it was going in a different direction since we had watched a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking it was going into. I think my mind was more focused on that, and then when it came to that, I was like, "Oh, I don't know what to say," because my mind already had something else in mind.
You was on a different.
But that one, that was good advice. I like that. Look at you, coming up with good advice.
We're gonna go ahead and look at what
Sandra saying.
Sandra said, "Okay." Oh, no. This is a question. We're going to get to this, Sandra. Thank you for another question. 755 back with the foolishness saying, that's the kind of toilet to flush that will suck yourself. Oh.
I said why you had lost it.
Yeah, so I think for the first one, I think that's you would
I agree with you 100%. I don't think anybody else
would
disagree with it. No, my thing is too. For ladies, and I'm gonna have to say gentlemen too, but for ladies, it got real big. 755. Did you hear that? It got real big. Okay. It's really our confidence. You know, you can be any size, you can look any way, you can feel like you're the ugliest person in the world, but if you have confidence, that is what really is a turn on, and that is what people are more attracted to. You can, like I said, people have said so many different things, and I hear mainly women talk about feeling uncomfortable about their weight or the way they look. I don't care if they're really big, to they're really small, to they're medium, or to the society right size. They have this thing, and it's really your confidence. So walk in confidence of who you are. God made you who you are, so who cares what anybody else thinks? Because the right person will come for you. And what Eli was saying to the couple that the lady that wrote, if your confidence is sky high, of course that's a turn on. That's way better than, oh, I'm big and I'm floppy. Nobody wants me. Nobody likes me. I don't even know why you want me to be with me. That makes people feel uncomfortable. And people can't be there for you if they're feeling uncomfortable. So understand that you could be, as you uncomfortable with your weight and stuff, you can make the person that's with you uncomfortable. But if you start, being jazzy and love yourself for who you are, then it makes everybody else feel good too about themselves. So
how would you feel in that situation though? You just dropped a lot of weight or got some money in the bank, and now you're getting extra compliments. You feel like things are changing around. Your husband's being more proactive. How would you feel in that situation?
I'd be more proactive too.
It would just be a give and take kind of thing.
You'd be more proactive. We'd be more proactive for real.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and leave that right there.
No, because I'm going to 755's question up here and moved it.
Not 755. Is it 755?
Right here.
Okay, so 755 here says, let's talk about my relationship with these hips.
So let's talk about it, 755.
Okay.
You got them sexy hips and you don't know what to do with them?
Oh, my.
What we talking about, 755? You getting too many, what's it, a pat and chat?
Patting and chatting over there.
Y'all don't know pat and chat because I just learned about pat and chat last year. So.
Did you know her phone was lit? Too many men on the line.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It was lighting up her phone a little too much. She said, slip on that red dress and those heels, open some Temu.
I want to get next to you. That's what I'm talking about, 755. Hit them legs first. Hit them legs.
Okay, now. Okay, she over here making songs over here.
Oh, I love it. Yes, 755, do the dang thing.
Oh, man. Oh, goodness.
She already giving you guys some ideas. See, y'all don't know.
She said, nah. It hurts daily.
You see, when you pat and chat, having pat and chat them hips. You know what I mean? Pat and chat them hips, hey, rubbing down them hips.
Okay, all right. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into Prince Daniel's question that he had. Slide over to that, transition to that question.
Welcome to One Country Cowboy, Barbara, and Katie. And Dink Dink.
Oh, well, welcome in. Prince Daniel says, question. All right, my co-worker called. He wants to know, is it wrong for a man to love his woman more than his video games? He says him and his girl got into a fight a week or two ago about the situation. Love his woman more than his video games, or love his video games more than his woman? I think that's what the problem.
Yeah, I think it's love his video games more
is it
than his
wrong
woman.
for a
Welcome in,
man
Serene and Chocolate
to
Drop.
love his video games more than his woman? How do you feel about that situation?
I do think it's wrong for you to love your video games more than you love your woman. I don't mind you loving your video games, but it cannot and it shall not be more than a woman.
Now, I'll say this, Prince Daniel, for your boy Cole. Now, Cole, you could love your video games. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
All right, and I hope you didn't vocalize the fact that you love your video games more than your woman. I hope you didn't say that.
Yeah.
Did she say you love me or do you love the game? You say, well, I love the game more. I hope that wasn't the conversation, Cole. If that was, you got some fixing up to do. But just in general, women want to feel secure. They want to feel like you got them, feel covered. And if the video game is coming into question, something gotta get right. Maybe she needs some more time. Maybe you need to go on a date. Maybe you just need to do something, watch this TV with her or something like that, or try to incorporate her into the video game. But you don't want her to feel like you love the video game more than her. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
We don't do
the
that.
question is it wrong?
Yes.
Listen, it could be right for him, but if it's right for him, you need to leave the girl alone and be in love with the video game.
You know what? To me, if you love the video games more than your girl, to me, that means you don't love your girl. So you need to let her go so she can find somebody who will love her the right way. And then so you can find somebody that you can love more than your video game. Because apparently she ain't taking your mind off the video game, so she ain't the one for you. And that's just because she's not the one for you doesn't mean she's not a good woman.
No,
she's just not made for you.
She's just not more important than the video games. And that's really it. You could love her, but if you love the video games more, you might have to just leave her alone. Because I understand. No, I'm kidding.
And the fight will be on tonight. You guys want to watch WWE in Portland, Oregon? Because it's going to be a live match tonight.
Going further on with the conversation, I can understand you loving your video games, but never more than you love who you're supposed to be with.
Exactly.
So we're gonna close that one up, Prince Daniel. For your boy Cole. I hope that closed up the situation, because if he got in a fight 2 weeks ago, it makes sense. Him and his girl got into it about that. She's definitely feeling neglected. The video game is more important. And it's the video game too. It's always the video games nowadays. I feel like a lot of people be having a problem with that.
Because it is a video game. The video games be getting y'all in trouble. Y'all need to quit.
Oh, 755 said Prince Daniel. That video game can't patent chat. It really can't. Maybe it could though.
No, I don't think it can.
Are you sure? The PS5 and the new Xbox, they might have some new features we haven't unlocked yet.
That just sounds that just went in my head a whole nother way.
Listen.
I had it down here for a reason.
Okay.
We got a fight over here. Hold on. We're getting ready to welcome in.
She's living her best life. We got
Brittany's live.
How you doing, Brittany?
Welcome in.
Brittany, she said, I've been told that.
See, and how did you react to that, Brittany, being told that?
That's he loved the video game
more than he loved you. Like, tell me about that, Brittany. Because I need to know that. I just think that's rude, inconsiderate. I don't know.
And was it honest? Like, was he being real about it, or was he?
But my thing is, and if he was being honest, my thing is, how do you react to that?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, what she said, that's kind of toilet flush. That was. Oh yeah, we said that. She's still talking about my. It's not a toilet, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a toilet.
Oh, 755 said throw that video game in the flushing toilet.
There you go.
And Prince Daniel to that, he said, if you choose the video games more than your woman, that's insane.
That means you're not in love. It's not like, that's just what it is. You're not in love with the person. And even though as much as you want to be in love with the person, she's not the one for you. Because I'm going to just tell you, my husband loves the video game, but I know I'm number one. Let it be not. Y'all see Chris flying across the room talking about everybody. Well, never mind.
Well, Brittany's life, she says, slap in the face. A lot more has come out as well. Okay.
See? And that's the thing about it is, like, people get addicted to stuff. And so that sometimes means that they might not love, they can't help what they love because they're addicted.
Yeah. And video games is easy for people to get addicted to. Just like everybody, nowadays seem like they carry some type of addiction. And a lot of people I see easy to get addicted to video games because it's an escape.
Yeah.
You get to either live your life differently or you get to experience other stuff. And, get your mind going. I could understand the addiction, just like a lot of people are addicted to their phone or social media or whatever. It's just another one of those things that you have to balance in life. But for it to get to a point where it's starting to harm your life, that's where you really need to, take a hold of that addiction.
Yeah,
and get things.
Because I don't think people think about
right.
video games being addiction, but
no, I think the talk is more of a thing now, but definitely not. You say 5 years ago, people was being addicted to video games, just like, you must be crazy.
People
being
get
extreme
you
or
go
something
into
like
a whole
that.
new world.
Mm-hmm. Especially with stuff like they have virtual reality and stuff. Now there's people who literally live to play virtual reality games. They'll go to those social games and
don't they
even
make that dating on video games?
Yeah,
those
date
are
people
things
across
to be
the
worried
world
about. Yeah.
and it's literally their life. They'll wake up each day and can't wait to get up on that game and live their life. So it is definitely a big problem nowadays. And yeah, Brittany said, yeah, he used to say that until he started feeling different. 755 said, it's time to go. It's the video game of love.
You pick and choose what you want. Okay.
She said, I've never been against it. I played it myself, or I played it by myself or together. So yeah, it's not a big deal. 755 said, people love change. Video games upgrade every year. Why shouldn't you?
Yeah, there you go.
Brittany, she said, I never say anything about the game because it never bothered me. So I don't know. I was confused. Yeah.
And people sometimes just say things like, I could say, like, his mom, if I cook a good meal, she would be like, you know what, girl, I would marry you. And I'd be like, I don't do marriage.
Just expression. Just expression.
So sometimes they can just say something and it doesn't really mean what they're actually saying. But then we actually take it when they say, welcome in, Mike. How are you?
Brittany said, started talking to me like I'm one of the players on the game.
Oh,
well,
no,
listen.
we ain't doing
especially if he playing like Call of Duty or something. You don't want that type of mouth on. Nah. She said, and speaking of weight, you start calling me a. Okay.
What is that?
A fat.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we ain't doing. Oh no! Hey, bro, how you doing? Yeah,
man, that is crazy.
How you doing, Mike? No, Mike, we ain't. No, we're not saying no. See, that's when I draw the line. When you start disrespecting me, you can't be with me. I can't have a man be with me and disrespect me, and I don't understand. Y'all gonna have to kind of explain it to me. As women, how you guys can hear those things be said to you and still be with them, because my mouth goes too far. And I'm like, if you come at me, I'm about to beat you down even harder. Like, I'm not come out there to hurt your feelings. They can be stuck on YouTube Live too. They can fake who they really. Yeah, that's true too. Bree said, "Welcome in, Bree." Too. I didn't even get to say welcome in, sis. She said they can also be stuck on YouTube Live too, and they can fake who they really are, and that's true too. Like, you don't know how people are
on and off camera.
On social media, not just YouTube, on social media, and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, once they start disrespecting you and calling you out your name, that's where you should draw that line and be like, I see you later. Like, I see you. If you don't, they can still. That's just to me is verbal abuse. Don't come at me.
Yeah, and Sandra, she said, okay, if a man put a video game before me, we're gonna have a problem. Brittany said, and he says this in front of his mama, on top of all of a sudden not liking my food. Since having to stay here.
Okay.
Stay there.
Let me tell you something right now. If the mama ain't checking their child,
she said it get deep. I'll hush.
If the mama ain't checking their child about disrespecting you, then you shouldn't be with them. Brittany, you are worth more than that. You are awesome. You are amazing. And if the mama is allowing it, because I'm gonna just tell you right now, my kids know, and I don't care what they to call a woman when they ain't around me. But I don't want you calling your woman out their name and all that in front of me. You're not going to, and I'm gonna say it. And I'm also tell the girls in front of me, why are you even allowing my kid to talk to you that way? If he's talking to you that way, he don't need to be with you, and you can leave him. Now, if I'm telling you this, and I'm telling my son's girlfriends this, and I don't really care about these girls, but I didn't raise him to disrespect women. I didn't raise any of my boys to disrespect women. So you're not gonna do it in front of me. And for my mama not to say anything is beyond like crazy to me. You know what I mean? You should never have to be called out your name. If a man has to call me out my name, then he shouldn't be with me. And I know I'm crazy. Like, I know there's sometimes you should just want to call me out my name. But if you call me out my name, then we should not be together. And that's just how I look at it. I'm very advocate of it because I'm hearing so many men or boys or children or however you want to call these people disrespecting women that way. And I'm not understanding. I don't get it. Like, no. Because you wouldn't want me to call you some names, and I could call you some names that would hurt your feelings. Okay? And you wouldn't want me to do that to you, so don't do it to me because it will be a problem.
And Sandra said, did you get to my question yet, sisters?
No, I haven't got to your question yet.
It was a long question, but I'll try to narrow it down. Now, we got it. We're going to get
We got it, but we haven't got to it.
We finishing this off out the way.
Yeah, once we finish this, you're next.
She said, hit that gym, feel good, and his will start coming out of the room.
Yeah, huh?
All right, but Brittany, she says, any advice for anyone with kids when kids are involved?
I'm gonna tell you, talking to a lot of kids that be with parents that are having issues amongst each other. The kids want y'all to break up. The kids don't want y'all to stay together because it's making them miserable. So when a lot of people sitting up here saying, "Oh, we're here for the kids," are like, "Why? We didn't tell y'all to stay together." They are miserable. If you guys are miserable, they're miserable. I understand, and they're more miserable because they're being neglected or.
They're not getting the best of y'all. They're really in that situation.
And the reason I'm not saying neglect like you need DHS or CDS or whatever it's called, Child Service Division coming after you. I'm saying like they're missing, like they're not getting the great part of you. Like I said, they're not getting the best of you. And then because you guys are miserable, you're gonna always yell at the kids for every little thing they do wrong because you're unhappy. So anything they do that you would have normally said, "Oh, I'm not worried about," now they're like, "Oh,
yeah, everything's tense."
You're yelling at them all the way, and
it's creating an environment that you probably really don't
want,
especially
if
it happens in front. Now, if y'all doing all this stuff, it's on the side. Hey,
no,
you
they
can
can see that
you
too.
can see the friction. You can see the friction
because you're still hurting, regardless of anything. You're still hurting. My thing is, don't stay for the kids and. Don't beg each other to be in the kids' life. Like y'all can break up, and if the person don't want to be with the kids, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Long as you're not stopping the person from being around the kids, that's fine. Because I have a problem with people stopping the dad or the mom being around the kids. They can be around the kids. Yeah. You can't be around him or her, but they can be around the kids. But
Bernie said, it's easier to leave when it's just yourself. You could dip and not have them, have to see them or talk again.
You can dip and still not have to see them. You don't have to talk because you got to talk about the kids, but you ain't got to be a part of it. Like you don't breathe and understand this right here. Being with the person that is abusing you, just think of it this way. The kids learn more from watching you than they do whatever you tell them to do. So you can tell them, "Oh, do this, do that," and that. They are more paying attention and learning from your action. So if he's disrespecting you, calling you names, doing all that, that's what they're learning. And all these other dudes can now do it to them, or your sons can now do it to these women. And you said it's okay without opening your mouth saying it's okay. So if you're allowing it done to you, you're saying, "Baby, it's okay for a man to call you this name. It's okay for a man to disrespect you. It's okay for this man to do that." That is what you're telling them to do, even without opening your mouth saying it. You can say, "Don't ever let a man treat you like your dad treated me," but you're staying with dad, so apparently it's okay. And girls tend to want to date with their dad. who their dad is.
Mm-hmm.
So if their dad is calling you these names, they tend to want to be with that. Not saying everybody, but they tend to want to be that. So if you're allowing that to happen, that's on you. That is not on anybody else. That is on you. Period. My thing is, everybody wants to control an issue, and everybody has this controlling nature. And even though you might not pay attention, you're having a controlling nature, allowing that you to stay with this man for the kids, or vice versa. You are allowing, that's a controlling nature. Like, I'm holding my kids hostage for us to stay with you, and that's on you. But when your kids allow a man to disrespect them, you really don't have nothing to say. You can go, don't let a man talk to you or treat me like your dad is treating me. Why? You allowed it. Because the girl, again, they're not going off of what you say. You can say this all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I can do all this talking right now, you're going to do whatever you want to do. Same thing with the kid. They're looking at your actions. So if your actions is allowing it, guess what they're going to do is allow it. And don't stop the man or the woman from seeing their kids. Let that be on the kids to deal with. One thing I can say that I love about my mom, and let me tell you, my biological ticker was a drug head. He gave my mom $50 for child support one time, for child support, and they broke in the house and took the $50 back. Okay, my mom never said anything negative about him, and I went over with him all the time. And when he wasn't on drugs, and he only came when he wasn't on drugs or whatever, I would go visit him and all that. And I'm gonna tell you, I think I have more of a strong personality and more of a who I am because I never was separated from my dad. And even though people don't think it's important, it's so important to have your dad around you, especially for girls. They need that. And if they get their own opinion on their dad, that's on them. It's not your right to give opinion, because however he's treating you has nothing to do with his kids. And even if you don't believe in the way they discipline their kids, it has nothing to do with you, because you don't want him to correct you how you discipline your kids. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they need that both. One's gonna be nicer, one's gonna be meaner, vice versa. It took me a lot to learn that, because Chris is more laid back. He gets mad, but it's like, really, he's laid back until he's up here. Me, you could just say boo, and I'm already up here. You know what I mean? But they need both of our nature, our structure. So, and if anything happens, they come to me for that. But they need somebody like, okay, I'm gonna talk to dad because he's not gonna get in his feelings. They'll go to dad. You know what I mean? So I think it's even if the man or woman are not the best parents in the world, don't hinder that because he didn't treat you good. Is basically how I want to say that. But Brittany, again, I'm one of those women that don't like a man calling a woman out her name at all. I just don't think that's appropriate. But at the same time, I'm not gonna call you out his name either. I'm not gonna call the man out his name. So it works both ways. Because I'll advocate for a man in a minute, because I think women have this thing: it's okay for me to do it, but it's not okay for the man to do it, and I don't agree with that. Especially, I had a brother, and that's what got me learning. You would think it was my sons that got me on that. It was my brother that got me on that. A girl kept hitting my brother, and I'm like, why'd she hit her? Because I'll get in trouble if I hit her. And I was like, what? So I had to go beat her up because he couldn't hit her, and that pissed me off. Like, no, you ain't gonna hit my brother. If you hit him, then he can hit you back. Don't tell me because he's stronger and all this other stuff, then don't hit him. You don't want to get hit, don't step in the man's place to get hit.
755 said, don't want those babies seeing him disrespecting you. That's the real damage.
Thank you. 755 said it perfectly. I went the long way.
Sandra said, amen to Sizzling Strawberry. And Brittany said, that's what I know, 755. I want to dip and have zero dealings. Prince 755 said, oh, no. Well, Prince Daniel's up here. He said, my hips is hurting too. All those boxes of snacks, things I be loading on different places. Not to mention chips, cookies, and cheeses, Oreos, and Chips Ahoy, things of that nature. He's working. He's straining himself. 755 said, Prince, I used to be a carrier and I own a moving company. It does real damage to our body. Take care of yourself.
Yes, definitely.
He said, oh, I am most definitely. We also got to welcome somebody in. But Brittany, she said, I've considered leaving my current state.
Yes, definitely.
We got to welcome in
Balani Vlogs.
Welcome in. He said, welcome from Pakistan. Hey, how you doing?
Welcome in from Pakistan.
How you doing?
I'm
How
sorry,
you
you guys.
doing?
I miss you guys. I
Jerome
miss you. Double
Gibson.
P.
Chatagonia.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Welcome in. Yeah, so Sandra, she said, "Oh, sisters and strawberry bro panda, thank you. I appreciate you so much." Brittany said, "Yeah, I've been in the kid spot as a child." 755 said, "Only move where you will have some help."
Exactly. Help
And
is so important.
Brittany, she said, "That's the thing. All my family's here, and I need to leave here." Sandra said, "Amen, bro, Penny. You are so right about that." Brittany said, "Don't worry. No, it doesn't work like that with a narcissist. Long story."
That is true. And I understand that where you want to actually go somewhere. But if you can find places like one thing, I had a best friend before she passed away. One thing she told me, because she had my goddaughter, she said all this time she had thought she was a single mom until she went back to her home state and realized what a single mom felt like because I was always there for her. So if you can even find a close friend or somebody who would be there to help you with your kids, help you and stuff like that, but you got to understand anytime you getting help that you got to make sure you're helping yourself as well, because the more you help yourself, the more people want to help you. The more you depend on people is when people will not be there as for because they feel like they're being used.
Yeah.
So I say that because not saying that's who you are, I'm just saying that a lot of people be like, well, I'm gonna go here and then they don't get the help, not understanding that now you made the person feel like
like
used or anything,
like a crutch or something. Like you need them.
Yeah, because my thing is, as long as you're doing good for yourself, there's going to be people that want to help you. So if you have a place that you can go, that you can get help and start over, then do that. Like literally do that. It's not a problem, but make sure you constantly want to help yourself and actually get there. I've seen so many mothers, like I've been loving seeing the mothers that I've seen recently, Brittany. These mothers are amazing to me because I had 3 kids, and I'm gonna tell you, I struggled with the 3 kids. Like I've had like a little bit of help here. My daughter's godmother helped me out a lot. You know what I mean? But these women are amazing. Like I have a foster sister. She has 7 kids. I'm about to lie and say 5. 7 kids. All her kids look good. They could be going to school. She be doing her thing with or without her boyfriend. She be on it. And that amazes me because it reminds me of like my grandmother from my dad that took care of me. They had 17 children. And I'm gonna just tell you exactly. Look, got you over here stressed. And that just amazed me to be able to see that. And I've been seeing more mothers with more kids that are really taking time to spend with their kids, loving their kids and doing. They're not just providing and keeping a roof over their head. They are spending time. They are building these kids up. Like she has 6 girls and 1 boy. All her girls are looking good. And they're gonna not saying they're not gonna ever have low self-esteem, but they're gonna know how to look good, feel good about themselves. She's teaching that just by making sure their hair is done, they got nice clothes, everything. And when she goes nice clothes, my nice clothes is Walmart. Okay. She not skipped over Target and go to the stores in the mall kind of clothes for her kids. Okay. And I mean, I think her oldest child, how old is the child? 10 years old, and that's the boy. And then all the girls is 9 and under, and they all be looking good. And they don't be wearing too many hand-me-down clothes. Like, they ain't all about the hand-me-down, which I don't understand. And maybe it is hand-me-down. It just looks brand new every time I see them. So I'm just letting you know, these girls are doing it. So if I'm looking at these young women doing it, Brittany, you can do it. And sometimes we just feel overwhelmed, but somewhere in here, you got to get that gusto energy to do it. And if you got any place that you might know that you can get some help to take care of your kids, pick up and move and go. And see if you can get on, like, they got all the different programs. Only one I know at this moment is Section 8, but they got all these programs everywhere. My sister has been on every program in every state to get Section 8 before she even lived there. She's living in Portland. Yeah, I'm on Section 8 in Texas. I'm on Section 8 in New York. She on Section 8 everywhere. Wherever she can get Section 8 is, she is on it. So if you could do that, that is understanding. So I understand if you need to leave the city and state, go ahead and do that.
Sandra said, "Amen, sisters and strawberry." You're so right about that because I took your advice from last time on Wednesday relationship advice when me and my hubby had a disagreement, and and I helped him be accountable for calling me out my name. I stood up for myself and I told him, "You would not want to talk to your mother this way, correct?" So I said, Why do you think it's okay to talk to me this way?" And when I calmly explained it to him and how he was calling me out my name, and it hurt me, and I felt disrespected by it, and he now understands where I'm coming from, and he said he's gonna work hard to not work hard on not getting that angry at me and calling me out my name. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate your advice and really talking about that issue that happened in my relationship.
Exactly. And I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad it's getting better because sometimes we don't, as human beings, we don't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I used to tell people, I used this one guy and I didn't even realize I was using him. But you do things not in thinking that of using. You're just thinking, this is what I want, this is what I need,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I want you for, and that's what I want to get from you.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I was older, I was like, oh, I was using that person. And I never wanted to use anybody because I don't ever want to be used. So sometimes we don't think about it. And talking to somebody calmly about it when you're not in anger, when you're not angry about it is the best way. And also, just like kids, you got to discipline them. Sometimes you got to discipline your spouse or your, significant other. That's just what you got to do. It's one of those things that you allow things to happen because you're in love and you don't want the other person to hurt. But you got to make sure you're not hurt as well.
We're going to go ahead and welcome in
April Showers.
You know
Welcome
her
in,
name
sis.
is the
How
best
are
one.
you? And
How
welcome
you
in,
doing, April?
Carbo.
Welcome, man. She says, hello, everyone. We got to welcome somebody who's precious to us. We've got
Precious Pieces.
How you doing, Precious Pieces?
Hey, sis. How are you?
Now, President, you said I would never call my mom or family members out their name, nor women at all.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't allow my daughter to be called out of her name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this saying, and I know people get so mad at me when I say stuff like this, but I'm like this. If you call somebody out a name or you allow things to happen, like that shouldn't happen, you don't have a right to get mad when it's done to people around you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this man is calling me, let me just use Chris. Chris is calling me a B. So if somebody come over there to his daughter and call him B, you can't get mad because you calling me a B. So how you gonna get mad when your daughter get called a B? And people go, well, that's just how I am. No, you don't have a right to. You don't have that right anymore because you disrespectful. You disrespected. You know what I mean? So don't do it. And that's what I'm saying is like we got the nerve as human beings to sit here and call somebody out their name or disrespect somebody. And then when somebody does it to us, we want to feel like, oh my God, it shouldn't happen to me. Well, the reason I said it or the reason I did it is because of this. No, you don't have a right to. You don't have that right to be disrespectful to somebody else as you're being disrespectful to somebody. You know what I mean? So kind of check that. Check that in that walk. And sometimes we don't notice it, but when somebody brings it to our attention, you should, oh, I didn't even realize I do that. I apologize. It will never happen again. But if you don't ever say nothing, they probably think it's okay.
Absolutely. We have to, Precious Peaches said, hey, Purplicious,
hey,
loving it.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
And Sandra said, amen, bro, Pins, you are a real man because that shows the maturity and growth in the control. To be able to control yourself in that manner.
Exactly.
Amen.
I agree.
Princess, is so true. We also got to welcome in
Curvy Kai.
She said hi, sis. Hey. How you doing, Curvy Kai? Welcome in.
Yeah. Oh, y'all don't know about. Okay, I know I'm picking and choosing who I want to talk about today, but I'm sorry I have to talk about her real quick, just real quick. If you haven't checked out Curvy Kai, go check her out because she be getting the wigs, okay? And she be trying on the wigs, and I be wanting to get them, but my wig budget is like this, and her wig budget is like this. Okay, mine's like this. and hers is like this. So I'm waiting to get that good coupon where I can be up here with her. But there's some wigs that she be trying on, and you know the queen love her some wigs, but the queen needs the green dollar bills to be in that wigs. You know, gotta get her way. I'm telling you, one day somebody's gonna offer me free wigs, and I'm gonna be on and popping at these companies. Okay.
We also gotta welcome in my mother. We've got Mother Earth Consultant. How you doing? She said, "Don't forget to hit that like button."
Okay.
Sandra said exactly like Sister on Strawberry. She said, right, folks want to get mad when it's done to them, but they think it's okay for them to do it to others. Do it to you. Big facts.
Yeah, and their excuses. My thing is, this is my favorite excuse people say. Well, I did it to them. That don't give nobody right to do it to my mama or do it to my sister or my daughter. Well, ain't nobody gave you right to do it to somebody else's mama, sister, or daughter. Yeah. So regardless of how it is, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Period. Like, I mean, just like I don't get the understanding of that. And like I said, and women, I'm gonna just really talk about women because men really, you call them a punk and they end that conversation real quick. You ain't calling me no punk. But my thing, women, we get called B's, Q's, and y'all just sit there and chill with it. Like, that's the thing to be called. I wish. And my thing is stop letting other women call you that, too, because, no, we ain't doing it. It's just not a good name. It just doesn't look right. Don't feel right. Just don't do it. And welcome in, JP and BBW Queen.
BBW Queen, welcome in.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes we just accept things and think it's okay, or like it's to me. And then when somebody does it to our kids, we want to sit there and act a fool. You don't have a right to act a fool when you allow that man or you talk to that woman that certain kind of way, or you allow somebody to talk to your son that way as you allow it the other way around. Either way it goes, they learning the behavior from you.
Kirby Kosh, she said, "Thank you, sis." Sandra, she said, "You're right, Sisters and Strawberry, because sometimes folks don't realize they're hurting us. But if we don't speak about it, then it's on us because we got to be mature about it and advocate for ourselves."
Exactly. And the thing about it with cracks me is you're advocating for yourself when it comes to your friends. You know what I mean? Like you would be like, no, you ain't gonna disrespect me, or you can't do this, and they don't do half the stuff the man is doing to you. But it's, oh my God, your friend didn't call you, or your friend, and you are angry. But the man that called you BQXYZ, and that, he didn't mean it. What? What you mean he didn't mean it? He said it, he meant it. Like, what are you talking about?
Mother Earth said, "You are so right, Sandra." She said, "Amen, sis, Mother Earth. We got to treat each other the way we want to be treated." Amen.
That is so true.
And with that being said, Sandra, we're going to get to what
your question was. Yes.
All right. Sandra, she come through saying, okay, so if you're in a marriage and your partner has expressed they want to spend more time together, but the husband is a hermit, he stays in a room a lot, and his wife wants him to come sit with her in the living room so they can actually be in the same room together and spend time together more. But then the husband, they always spend time together, but they live together. She's saying they spend time together, but they just live together. Is that considered spending time with each other? Is the wife correct in asking for the husband to come sit in the same room with her and spend some quality time? So pretty much what Sandra is saying right here, is the wife, husband and wife, is the wife wrong for asking to spend quality time when the husband is saying, I spend time with you all the time by being in the same house? How do you feel about that?
I talked about this several times, even like with me and Chris. I've talked about it with our relationship. And I'm very, open about our relationship just because I want people to learn from it. But Chris was my hermit, okay? And I'm a house bunny too, but we don't like to watch the same shows. There's just a lot of stuff about us that we're just so totally opposite, which is fine. And I think is what makes our relationship really good as well. But I remember in a stage where I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I needed to spend some more quality time, but I was not going to be waiting on him. So basically I said, either you're going to join this bandwagon because I'm going to be going places. I got places to go. I'm not going to stay in here. I'm going. If you want to go, you're more than welcome to go. But this is really going to be my last time asking you to go anywhere with me. I wasn't saying we getting a divorce. I wasn't saying we separate. I'm just going to be doing stuff on my own.
So to get this more correct, you're saying instead of just, saying, hey, you want to go here, you want to go there, you ask, he said no or something like that, you just get up and go do it yourself.
No, I stopped asking. Now, that last conversation, I said, I'm not asking you anymore.
Okay, so you had
I can't
that talk.
do this.
You said, okay.
Yeah, I can't do this.
For myself, I can't do this no more. I got to go.
Because I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling crazy. I can't do it. I'm going places. And I'm not even really like this person that just outgoing, like, I'm going hiking.
You need a little bit more air.
More
yourself.
adventure, more something.
Step out. Yeah.
Yes.
It was getting boring. Getting in that cycle. Getting in a rut.
Yeah. And then, but the thing I think I did was actually let him have a choice of what he wanted to do. It was not an ultimatum. It was not. It was like, if you want to stay home, you stay home. I'm not asking you to go with me anywhere else anymore. That's up to you. And then I just decided to start doing stuff. And it wasn't like I said it and still was waiting on him. No, that was the last conversation we had. And I went everywhere and did all kinds of stuff without him. And then there was a season, and it wasn't like the next week or the next month he changed. It was like maybe a year or two later he changed. But he started then joining the bandwagon because it's like, well, she ain't gonna never see my wife because she ain't never here. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm going somewhere, I'm doing things, and now I come back. Where you go? I went over here. We did this. We still have that conversation. I still, we still had our relationship. I didn't let it end us. Yeah. But sometimes we're not gonna always, as a couple, be on the same page.
Be on one accord. Yeah,
we're not. And a lot of times when people are not on the same page or one accord, like Eli is saying, we tend to think that's time for us to break up. We need to, we're not meant to be together. No, it's just he got to catch up. That's what it was. It wasn't that I needed to go back. He just needed to catch up. He needed to have that on his own.
That room for growth.
Yeah, if I would have forced him to do it, it would never came out the way it is now. So now it's like, even like, when the kids are gone, we sit in here and he'll watch whatever I'm watching, regardless if he don't want to watch it or not. He'll sit in here and watch it, and we talking, have a conversation, and we eat together. We're doing all that stuff because it's that quality time that we get to have with each other. But I don't, and I have not slowed down just because if Chris didn't want to go or if Chris didn't want to do this. I never did go back to ever slowing down. And that's what it is. It's harder because you're not really saying you're going anywhere. You just want him to come into the living room and sit down and watch TV. He's not at that point where like what you want to watch is not what I want to watch, and
that's boring.
Yeah,
but I would say
he might not be a living room person.
Yeah, I would say that Sandra as well. To that, it is like you hear a lot of people. It is so easy for them to be like, you're around. That's I'm here. I'm here. I'm spending time with you. But, like Sandra, if you are able to get it more focused on what you want to do, like you want him to come to the living room, that might not be something that you can compromise on, but there's definitely probably some stuff that y'all both enjoy doing together. How can you incorporate that more into the, day to day? Like, all right, every Monday or every whatever day, he has his work schedule. You can work around his schedule. Be like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do this. You go ahead and do this, like, we like to play board game. We like to play card game or something like that. Let's do this every Monday. Let's just go ahead and play the card game.
I don't believe that's going to work.
You don't believe that's going to work?
No, because it's too much of a schedule.
Okay.
And men, you guys, are not really a scheduled type of men. Like, unless, I got to go to work every day. This is what I got to do. I think it's more of what he's saying is it's no different if I'm in the bedroom or in the living room. If you want to spend time with me, come in the bedroom with me. Like literally, there's no reason for me to come out. You're not. It really. What's the difference of the bedroom and the living room? Yeah. Where you might not feel comfortable. Like I hate being in my bedroom, because I don't have a place to sit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not good at sitting on the bed. I don't know what it is. I'm not comfortable sitting on the bed. And even when I do sit on there, my body don't feel right sitting on the bed. So I love being on the couch.
You're not feeling
where
the bed
Chris doesn't mind chilling in the bedroom. You know what I mean? So, my thing is, you're not really saying anything separate. If you want to chill with your man, go to the bedroom. Why does he have to come out to the living room if you want to chill with him? That's just where that is on that conversation. But if you're trying to go somewhere, start doing things without him, he will sooner or later join the bandwagon.
So you saying like for Sandra? So Sandra, she want to go out on a date or something like that, go to the movies, go something like that. You saying she should take that
do it by herself.
Do it herself?
Or
Okay.
Get some girlfriends.
With some friends or something like that. So just be getting more. If you feel like you're missing out on being out and active, do that. Maybe take the kids or do something like that. You're just out more. You're out of the house more.
Because sometimes when we don't even pay the attention, sometimes we are complacent and we're waiting on our partner to make us uncomplacent.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work. If you want to be if you don't want to be complacent, then do stuff so you're not complacent. If you want to start doing some things, just do it yourself. Pretty soon the partner will come and join because he want to spend time with you. Like, dang, my wife ain't in the house no more. I'm in the house. At first he's like, ooh, I get the house to myself. I ain't got to deal with nobody. But pretty soon he's gonna be like, what the heck am I doing? Like, where y'all going? You ain't gonna ask me if I want to go. If you want to go, come on, babe. Yeah. Like, we would love for you to come. You know what I mean? So it's
that type of energy.
Yeah, but right now it's like you at home and all you're saying is you want me to go from one room to another room. Where's the excitement?
The big deal? Well, Sandra. Okay. Well, first we got to get to what Prince Daniel said.
Okay.
But actually, no, we got to get Sandra. Sandra said, right, sisters on Strawberry. Me and my hubby are opposite in a lot of things as well. But I hear what you're saying. No, just asking. If he refuses, then go myself.
Yeah.
Prince Daniel said, I don't see nothing wrong with spending quality time with the person. I shouldn't have to ask twice if you want to go or not. Either. You're not. Are you in? Are you hanging out? Or are you not?
And my thing was, I never asked twice. I was like, do you want to go? And then he wouldn't be going. And I'm like, dang. Because, I want to be with my husband. Dang. But then pretty soon I was just like, the old Lenore would just do stuff on her own and call it a day. Yeah. Why have I changed? And I think that's what we do. We change for the other person, and then we start losing ourselves. And then people always go, well, you don't want to go to the past. Well, I was like not trying to go to the past, but I like the Lenore that didn't depend on anybody to do
that
something.
You felt like you lost. You need to regain.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when we get with our boo, all of a sudden now we don't know how to do anything by ourselves. And I was never that person. I was always able to do stuff by myself. Like I've told you guys, I would go to the movies by myself, go out to eat by myself, go to the park and sit and read a book by myself. I did that all the time. So when I got with Chris, it was like all of a sudden I didn't know how to do it by myself. So I was like, no. And he wasn't doing it with me. So then I was, like feeling lost and lonely. And I was like, well, why are you lost? I had to really ask myself, why am I lost and lonely? And it was, Lenore, because you're stopping what you want to do for Chris, and Chris is doing what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. And it could be for many reasons. It could be the man's depressed, he's tired. It could be for many different reasons why a man is doing what he's doing. But that wasn't my job to figure it out. If he's not going to tell me, it's not my job to figure out. All my job is let's get Lenore back to where she is, because Lenore is getting depressed. Lenore is losing Lenore, and that was something I refused to do, was lose Lenore, because my first marriage tore Lenore up. So this new Lenore was not having it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Sandra, she said, big facts, Sisters and Strawberry. And I've had the conversation with him, and he's starting to understand where I'm coming from. And he says he's going to work on trying to come sit with me. And then, I come in the room and watch him and watch TV together and do something that he enjoys. She says, for me, I'm not a person that likes sitting on the bed, Sisters and Strawberry. I like being on my couch, and he likes being in the room, in the bed. And I hear what you're saying. All right, we're going to go ahead and welcome in American Trucker's Wife.
Welcome in.
How you doing?
And welcome in, TJ and D. Welcome in.
All right.
Oh, my nephew's in the building. Welcome in.
You got to welcome in my boy. We've got
Leon Cobb. My nephew's
all
in the
right,
building.
He said, what up, family?
Yes, he's the one that got me looking all fabulous and snatched with this wig. Like, y'all don't even know.
American Trucker's Wife said, shout out to the host and co-host.
Thank you.
All right, American Trucker's Wife, she said, she came here from Curvy Cod.
Well, thank you.
It's nice to be here.
Welcome in.
Well, yeah, it's relationship advice. If you have any relationship-related questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. She said, thumbs up and subscribe. All right,
thank you so much.
Thank you. So yeah, that we just got through getting with Sandra. She was saying that, it's a husband and a wife. wife, the husband, he feel like he's spending time just by being in the same house, you know. And she wants a little bit more quality time, that one-on-one, that direct. Like, let's chill, let's watch a movie. You might not have to give your full attention, but let's at least be close enough in this situation.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, again, Sandra, my thing is, like I said, my husband is good at being in the bedroom, and I'm good at sitting on the couch. I mean, that's just what it is. But sometimes if I'm feeling lonely and need my honey bunches of oats, then I'm gonna go lay in the bed and be a little uncomfortable to be with my honey bunches of oats.
Yeah.
But in the same way with him, like, he'll come out here and sit and watch TV with me and watch any stupid stuff that I watch, and he will even talk to me, and the same goes both ways. But you might not be the person about laying on the couch, or on the bed. But if that's the only thing, you're not going outside the house, then my thing is, then get in there with him and bring a chair in there and sit and watch TV with him. Yeah. That's the best thing that I could tell you to do in that point.
Situation.
Like, if you trying to get outside the house to do something, like I said, just go and he'll soon follow. But if you're just trying to sit in the living room on your couch and he's laying in the bed in his bedroom, in y'all's bedroom, then
yeah. And Sandra, she said, "I'm so happy to be here, sisters in the Strawberry and Bro Panda. I appreciate your advice always. It's always so helpful coming over and getting advice from you guys. It's from another perspective."
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I want, and I want other people to join in, like Prince Daniel is doing and stuff like that, because you get different views.
Yeah, exactly.
You get different opinions. It's not just me and Eli's opinion. You get different views.
I'm gonna come through with this next question here.
Okay.
So this next question, we have, a young relationship, young couple. They're living together in a studio apartment, and the boyfriend called his girlfriend a gold digger, but the problem is she feels he has no gold. So in this situation, the girlfriend is working 2 jobs. She's working day and night. And he's an Uber driver with a flexible schedule. He can do it pretty much what he wants. And she wants to go on dates and do things like that within their financial situation. And he kind of feeling like, you just want me for the money. And she's like, it's not really like that. I got 2 jobs. We're working. We both splitting rent. We're doing stuff like that. I'm not a gold digger. So she is asking, what do I do with someone calling me a gold digger when they have no gold?
I'm going to say this to you women.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to the women. And I feel like I can talk to y'all like this because I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Eli could tell y'all this like I could tell y'all this.
Yeah.
Stop taking these words so dang personal. Like, they use gold digger to stop you from asking and all that. They know dang well you ain't no gold digger. If they knew you was a gold digger, they wouldn't be with you. Plain and simple fact is that a gold digger is a person that's all they want from you is your money. They ain't working on no relationship. They ain't halving no bills. You just giving them the money.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing to it. But they use the word gold digger to stop you in your track. That's why girls don't even like asking their man for money or asking for help with their bills or doing that, because they don't want to be considered a gold digger. Now, there is some gold diggers out there. Yeah. And there is some little baby gold diggers that are trying to be gold diggers.
Yeah, they're working their way up.
Yeah, they doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, if you sitting up here with 2 jobs, doing your thing and paying half the bills and all that, you ain't no gold digger. Like, that's just plain and simple how it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why y'all let these words bother you. You know what I mean? Like, I remember even before my female friends would call me that, they would call me high maintenance. Yeah. And I was like, yes, I'm high maintenance. And I don't know what you're doing. And it cracked me up when females used to call me high maintenance, because I'm like, y'all high maintenance. What the heck? What do y'all think the word high maintenance is? Because I don't know. Because how these females gonna call me high maintenance like they ain't high maintenance? You know what I mean? So, but y'all females let these words bother y'all. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, I don't understand why. You know you're not a gold digger, so why is somebody calling you a gold digger doing that to you? Like, why does that bother you? Like, if you making money and you was a millionaire, I can go to P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce and be like, you broke. They ain't gonna be like, oh my God.
She called me broke.
Called me broke. They're gonna be like, what the heck she talking about? I'm like,
She must be crazy.
I can own you. That's what they gonna be saying. Like, they gonna laugh. You know, this little girl came over here talking about we broke. Okay, she ain't got 2 pots to rub together, but she not, I mean, but so why we take words so seriously that don't mean nothing to us?
Yeah.
You know, I don't get that.
If it don't apply.
It don't apply.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm gonna go to Beyonce one day when I ever see her. You know what? You just a broke chick. You need to learn how to get a job and learn how to work for your money. She gonna look at me and probably laugh, and that's gonna be her stand up for BET, just comedy, just cracking up. She gonna be now the funniest lady in the world because my stupid butt went up there and told her she was broke. But somebody down called y'all high maintenance or a gold digger. Y'all like, I can't believe he's calling me a gold digger. I ain't really not a gold digger. I just don't do that. I'm paying my own way. I got 18 jobs and I'm paying half the rent, or I'm paying all the rent, and I pay for the cars and everything. And he had the nerve because I asked for $5. Like, I'm a gold digger. And y'all having a whole conversation about it. Like, what the heck is wrong? Like, what is wrong with you women that it's so easy to call you something?
We're gonna go ahead and welcome somebody in. We've got
Lena
𝒮𝑜𝒾𝒶𝓁𝓈s. She said,
beautiful sis,
fam,
how are
how's it
you?
going?
I'm doing good. How you doing, sis?
All right. We also gonna go ahead and welcome in
Buddy Love.
Buddy Love said, hello, my beautiful people. I'm up in here.
Yeah.
Please forgive me for not commenting or saying anything. Sometimes my mental illness gets the best of me. Some days I just feel numb, and I'm praying someday I will be better. But hello to everyone in the chat. Buddy Love, thank you for being here. It don't matter if you're saying something or not. You just enjoying the show.
Yes.
It's a Love and Live show.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly. I like that. Yes. But yeah, women, I'm just telling you, and welcome in Lucas and Tony. Welcome in over here, you guys.
Absolutely.
But my thing is, I'm just telling y'all right now, stop it. Like literally, y'all waste too much of your time caring what somebody has to say about you. And these dudes say stupid stuff to y'all, and y'all sit up here analyzing it. You need to really sit to yourself and go, if I went and told, Jay-Z, he's a gold digger, what is he gonna say? How he gonna respond? Y'all would probably check yourself because, like, literally, y'all not making no sense. You know what a gold digger is? Maybe that's what it is. Y'all don't know what these words is. Why don't y'all investigate the words before having emotional feelings on these words? No, really. That's just how I'm looking. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but that's why I said I feel like I have a right to say it to these women because I'm a woman. Literally, look up the word gold digger. Look at high maintenance. Look at these words that supposedly insults. And look at it, because a gold digger, from my definition, and maybe that's what it is, my definition is it ain't the right definition. I don't know. But my thing, a gold digger is that's all she wants from a dude. She is not trying to date. She is not trying to have a relationship. All she wants you is your money. And when she gets what she wants, she's done. She ain't even wasting her time. We did a play called Prayer Get Played. That's a gold digger. Chris Style in the play was a gold digger. You working, paying half the rent, paying this, does not make you a gold digger.
And if you guys have any relationship related questions, feel free to drop them in the chat.
Exactly.
But definitely, so that's how you feel about the gold digger situation.
Yeah,
if you guys have words don't apply, don't let them lie. Just
that's what I'm saying.
Let it go.
And if you guys have anything to say and say, you said too much, shut up. You wrong. Go ahead, write it down. Because I ain't gonna know until you tell me anyway. So literally write it down if you think I'm wrong. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think it is a hard ask, but a lot of people, they feel like, no, this is the person that they love. This is coming from somebody, and then they call them a gold digger. The insult just digs a little bit more,
But have you realized it digs more when a man is saying it to a woman versus if a woman says something to a man?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna say this though, because a lot of men, they like you said, they're not really gonna care, especially if they know. Exactly. Like if they get a little bit of doubt, then of course they'll be like, oh, then they'll take it extra deep.
But a man
if
can
he's
be
confident,
a gold digger and not be a gold digger. He ain't caring.
No, he's not. Well, that's true. And a man is not going to be cared to call a gold digger because that's not really. That just it don't add up,
Yeah.
Even if he is a gold digger, it's like, are you serious? I'm the gold digger. It's like. But like you said, I definitely think it's a lot of people, just in general, whether it's an insult, or anything like that, for you take it to heart, really look at the definition of these things and really see, do you align with that? And if you don't want to be called that, then again, it goes back to what was said before. You put your foot down, say, hey, I don't want to be called that, so on and so forth. Let that be said. Sandra even declared, how that happened in her situation. Talk about that, get that understanding. But in terms of letting things fly, I don't think that would.
Y'all should kind of get a little Lenora in you. Because I'm going to tell you, the reason I say that is I think, like, if Chris, and I know Chris would never say this, but if Chris would ever call me a gold digger, I would be a gold digger. I wouldn't pay for nothing. I'd be asking for money all the time. And then he'd be like, what are you doing? You said I was a gold digger. I'm going to show you what a gold digger is. He would never use the words again. Where's my half of the rent? Where's my half of the bill? I'll be sitting out there like this. Do. And then I'll be like, you better do something because I'm a gold digger over here. And I would tell him, like, okay, so what I need, we ain't got no money, but what I need is a new watch. I don't even wear watches. I need a new hair piece, and I want them all to be real pearls around here. I don't want this fake pearl that I got. I want real pearls. I'm like, I'm going to show you what it is. You going to call me a name. I'm going to show you what it is more than I can tell you. You think twice about calling me a name. That'd be just what it is. Don't open that thing.
I just opened it.
I told you that earlier. I said, let it sit.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're going to add, but let it sit so the smell won't be strong when you open it.
Okay.
We're making pepper extract. The thing where you guys were hearing with 755 called the totally flushing and stuff. It's actually done. And he was about to start it over, putting more in there. But I was like, when you open it, it was choking me a little and it was closed. He was getting ready to open it, and we're going to be just passed out on the couch.
Yeah, so that's that one, the gold digger situation. You feel like that wraps that up? How you feel about that?
I feel fine with it. Like I said, y'all stop letting these things bother y'all. I think they do it purposely just to bother you, and you guys actually allow it to bother you. And then sometimes I think it's a way to get you to stop asking for stuff. Mm-hmm. Like it's a form of manipulation. Manipulation is such a big, broad word, and people get stuck on a normal manipulation, but there's this broad thing of manipulation that is out there.
Like subcategories. There's different ways for it. Different, ways that you can manipulate somebody that's not as direct as typical manipulation.
Yes.
I'll say so for this next one right here.
Okay.
We have the wife. She said, I'm tired of feeling like my husband's secretary. All right. So she feels like, in their relationship, if he's not drinking enough fluids, she makes sure he's getting that. If he's hungry, he makes sure she's doing that. If he needs something, she's taking notes for him. She's just doing everything like a secretary would. And he's in this relationship. He feels like, hey, everything is just fine. This is how things are going. You're being a supportive wife. And at this moment, she just fed up. She feels like she's been doing this for too long. And she's tired of being her husband's secretary. How do you feel about this situation?
That's on you. Like, literally, we've been talking about it today. I don't know. All these questions are all about the same thing. Literally, what you are laying out for this man, he is accepting it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Think about it. Somebody just comes up and give you $10, I'm going to give you $10. And the next person come up and give you 30. And the next person come up and give you 50. God told me to give you 1,000. You're going to accept it. Yeah. Okay? So your husband is accepting this. Oh, she knows when I'm thirsty. I ain't got to think about it. This is great. This is a great assistant. Mm-hmm. Now, people hire folks like this. You got the Jay-Z, the Beyonce, the P. Diddy. They hire people to be able to think like this and do the stuff that this person is doing, that this wife is doing. And so it's not like he's using it on you, just doing it on your own because I love him. Yeah. And now you feeling like because he ain't doing it for you or you tired of doing it, you upset. And he like, why you ain't made my drink? What? Because he don't know why. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I do something wrong? Is something happening? Like, what happened? Why am I not getting this? I need help with my business thing. I'm doing it. And you all of a sudden, I'm just starting to feel like your secretary. But you put yourself in this position to feel like my secretary. I don't know what you want. If you don't want to do the things that you're doing, then why did you do them? And please stop telling me because you love him and that's why I got to do it. You're doing these things because you want to do it. Period. Mm-hmm. And that's just how it is. Just like you allow somebody to disrespect you, that's on you. It is not on the person that's disrespecting you, and it's not on anybody else around. It's on you. If you feel like a secretary, that's because that's the position you put yourself in to be that secretary. Now, if you don't want to be a secretary, now you got to put a 2 weeks notice in and resign. That's you. And you can say, well, why do I have to put a 2 week notice in resign? Because you done got this person spoiled. And now if you do it, they're going to think there's an issue in a relationship that is not an issue. You just decided you're going to be tired of doing it. Mm. So now you got to be like, baby, you're going to have to find somebody to do this because I'm not doing it anymore. I wanted to do this as a wife and because I love you, but right now I'm feeling more like a secretary and it's not giving me what it used to give me. So you need to find you somebody. I'm giving you a 2 week notice for you to find you somebody who can do the things that I'm doing. We can interview them together. We could do this. And that's how you're going to have to do it. But all this, I did all this because I love him. And then now you don't. And now it's his fault. Mm-hmm. It ain't his fault. You did this. And as you did it, then you won't have to fix it. That's just what it is. Like, I don't want to hear it. That, I mean,
not I don't want to hear it. It's done.
It is. Because my thing is, I say it so much. And it's not just, well, when I started YouTube, I said, I've been saying this for years. Don't allow anybody to mistreat you. Period. And my thing is, I'm a big advocate, especially if your man or woman could disrespect you, and then what I say hurt your feelings, and I got to get a big lecture because I'm your friend or sister or cousin or whatever, mm-hmm. I have a problem with that. I really do. Because now I feel like I'm being used and abused, and I'm not going to be used and abused before anybody. If that man can disrespect you, that woman can disrespect you, talk about you, call you all kinds of names, do all this other stuff, and it's okay, yeah. Don't come at me when I say boo and then think it's wrong. Because I'm not going to understand. Mm-hmm. Because especially if I've been here longer than this person and this person have more rights than I do, I have a problem. You put yourself in that position. You're the secretary. Now give it 2 week notice and go find somebody to replace you. And I don't want to hear, I don't want no other female and all that. Nope. Because you did it. He would have been responsible and learned how to do the stuff for himself if you wouldn't jumped in to do it.
Well,
plain and simple.
Prince Daniel's coming through with another question. All right. He said, what are your thoughts on Britney Spears? Are you okay?
Stomach just started hurting really bad. Hold on. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, how are we supposed to be just, okay. And you making these crazy looking faces. It don't seem like it's normal.
Okay, go ahead.
And then, and then that one eye getting low. Now, what is going on?
There's a hard pain right there. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready. Normal face now. Woo, got it.
Okay. We're actually okay now.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on Britney Spears and her strange behaviors on the internet? Is it strange or not? Said, my baby needs all the time. No, she needs all the help that she can get. Hashtag help Britney Spears. She's obviously doing it for attention. That's obviously saying SOS.
I think we got to understand one thing when it comes to Britney Spears. Majority of the time where she would have been able to act up like this and do all this, she was on lockdown. So right now she's free. And she is right now just finding herself. So it might be looking crazy. She might be doing a lot of stuff that's crazy. But think about it, if you had no rights and your parent, not just some stranger, but your parent is stealing money from you, basically pimping you out, controlling legally pimping you out. The state had no respect for her, didn't care that the parents was pimping her out. She couldn't see her kids when she wanted to because her dad had the rights to control when she can see her kids. If she don't do this, she can't see her kids. Just a whole bunch of stuff where you could not be the adult that you wanted to be. Sometimes you just got to look at the whole situation. So now she got a little freedom. Everybody been freeing Brittany, let's free Brittany, and all this other stuff. And she got this freedom. Let her find herself. Because all the stuff that she would have probably did or wouldn't have done, she might not have ever done this. But she's doing it because she's been locked away and had never had the freedom. And now she has the freedom to do whatever. And she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Give her time to find herself at this moment. Um, that's all I can really say on her behalf. It's easy as for us from the outside looking in and go, what in the world is she doing? Why is she doing this? This doesn't make no sense. But I never had anybody who controlled me, and then I had to work, and I only got 10 or 20% of my pay, which I couldn't really spend it on nothing because I couldn't go nowhere, and I had to have chaperone. And even when I got married, I had to have a chaperone. Then went through I'm gonna get married, so then my husband can have chaperone over me. Then he leaves me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff she went through, and now we're expecting her to be normal. I think it's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unfair. And she might never have acted the way she's acting because she had a freedom back then. But to know that your parents can take advantage and steal your money and you be almost broke and you're working all this stuff and they're doing whatever they want to do with your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then forcing you to do concerts and forcing you to do this and forcing you to that. And if you don't get to see your kids and you have control of when that person can see. Not that the baby daddy had control, but your dad has control and to manipulate you into doing what he needed you to do. I'm gonna have to say I'm on Brittany's side. Like, let her do what she gotta do. I'm sorry. It might not be what you expect from Brittany because you have this illusion of what Brittany was, but Brittany has been imprisoned in her own home by her family, not by strangers, not by people who didn't know her and want to take advantage, by her dad, the one that's supposed to love her, guide her, cherish her, walk her through the things that she's supposed to do. So let Brittany be Brittany. She got to find her way, and it's hard.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the next question. Is there anything else you want to say about that with Brittany? Just let her be.
Let her be.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Until yeah,
and I'm not like I'm not a Britney's fan. You know what I mean? I mean, I like Britney and I like some of her music, but I'm not like, whoa,
hardcore.
Britney is my, you know, and she's just she has some good songs, you know. Mm-hmm. But I just when I found out, what was it, 2-3 years ago, about Britney and her situation, and I was doing all that investigation on her, I understand. And it's easy for us to have an opinion and a view as we have not stepped in her shoes.
Exactly. Well, that is definitely ultimately what's going on. But he's saying it's obviously an SOS. She's saying.
And I don't even know if she's all the way free now. Because I stopped doing the investigation.
They're talking about, well, Prince Daniel's talking about, you know, just the weird stuff she's doing on social media. Like her TikTok, I think recently was her playing with knives. Doing dancing around, playing with knives, and she said, "Oh, they're fake, but it's obviously a real knife." And said it's just for Halloween. Her costume, you know, just weird stuff like that. So, you know, it's weird stuff. But it's only weird when you know the context of the situation. If it was just anybody, ain't nobody caring about the situation. So, I mean, that's kind of how it is. I feel like with celebrities, we put a lot of our time into it, where it really is like. They're normal people at the end of the day. Like, you know, they're in an elevated situation where they might have all these different complexes built up because their fame and all that and how they're looked at. But deep down they're human. They're not perfect people. So like you're saying, for her to go through all of those things, however she processes it, that's what she's gonna do. It's just she has a stage. Meanwhile, if it was happening to someone like us, you know, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. And like I said, it's hard. I think it's even harder for a celebrity that has millions of dollars to be locked up in a cage and in jail systems than it would be for me to be in a cage or jail system. You know what I mean? Like I'm high maintenance with it, you know. So I think, you know, I would go crazy. But I think I would go crazy and calling for attention, help, and all that. I would think I would do a lot more crazier stuff. Yeah. I don't know what Britney's doing, honestly, right now. I just heard about the knife thing, but I probably do way worse. So literally, you know, she's doing what she's doing, and it is what it is, and oops, my bad.
It's definitely more other stuff. That's the last thing I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But for this next question here.
This is our last question, y'all.
Yeah, we're closing out with this last question. Well, if you guys have a smaller question, we might be able to get to it. So if you do have something, if you do have a question, feel free to drop it for next week. So with that being said, in this situation, we got a husband and a wife. And so the wife had asked her husband a question. He asked her, on a serious note, does he have any celebrity crush? And, he obliged. He definitely was like, this is my celebrity crush. And she said, oh, wrong answer. I'm supposed to be the only one that you thinking about.
What?
Meanwhile, she's talking to, they're listening to the radio, and she's like, ooh, yeah, the host on the radio, that was just, that's her celebrity crush. And every time they watch a movie, you got to hear her say, ooh, man, he just looks so good over there, stuff like that. So she's clearly laying it down for him, but he feels like it's a double standard when he didn't even say anything. She asked him directly, and it was a problem. How do you feel about that situation?
I think it's completely wrong, but I'd say that is, again, women wanting to take control of the situation in a relationship. Like, I don't want my man to only want me and be satisfied with me, but it's okay that I like Joe and I like so-and-so and I like so-and-so and I like,
Yeah.
But my thing is, literally, if you don't want him to have a celebrity crush, then you can't have a celebrity crush. And y'all just keep it to yourself and keep it a secret. That's just what it is. But you cannot be having double standards and thinking it's okay for you to have and then want to talk about it all the time. And he never talked about his, but you asked and he gave you an answer, and that's the wrong answer because it wasn't you. One, you ain't a celebrity. So let's kick that down a couple of notches. You're not a celebrity.
You're not a celebrity. First of all, you're not a celebrity. Oh my goodness.
And if you were a celebrity, that don't mean I'm crushing on you. I got you. I don't need a crush on you. I got you. So in that way, I think it's, women always want to be manipulative. Women always want to be in charge. Women want everything to be their way. And when a guy has something to say or do anything, they have the nerve to get mad and have issues. And that's just too bad. But you know what? And I'm going to just tell all you men out there, y'all the dummies that letting the women do it. Hey, I got on the women about it earlier. Now it's on you. You the dummy that allow it, because I'd have been like, wait a minute. You got to be my celebrity crush, and you ain't even a celebrity, but you can be over here having a celebrity. I better be the only celebrity crush you have. And now we would have nipped that in the bud. I wish you would say something, because you sure had a whole conversation over here. But y'all didn't. Y'all just sitting there, and now you typing into me saying blase, blase. And I'm like, why don't you put your foot down and say, wait a minute. You just got mad at me for having a celebrity crush. What you doing? So, like I said, you men allow this stuff, and then you want to change. It ain't going to change until you open your mouth and make a change, period. And if the woman don't like it, bye. Like, literally. But y'all can nip all that stuff in the bud early. And if you're married, now you just got to deal with it, and you're going to have to, retrain her to understand where her place is with you. But before you get married, these are things you could do in the process of dating and before you decide to propose to a woman. Don't propose to any woman and you not being treated the way you want to be treated, period. Just leave it alone. The same thing I'm telling the women, I'm telling you men the same thing. If you ain't being treated right, why are you proposing to these women? Or if the woman's proposing to you, why in the heck are you saying yes?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be taking stuff and just taking it. It doesn't make sense. Stop it. That's all I can say. Just stop it.
Stop it.
No, really. Because I'm seeing it, and when are you guys going to learn how to stand up for yourself? And that's on both. That's women and men. When are you going to learn how to stand up for yourself? And men, you don't even have to propose. You can be like, I'm not proposing to you until you change this, and this. And if you can't change it, well, we just going to be dating. I'm not going to get married to you and be miserable married. No. If you already ain't feeling it now, it's going to get 10 times worse when you get married. Just because you say I do don't mean all of a sudden it changes. You're not going to disrespect me and do all that stuff. No. And if I can't have a celebrity crush, guess what? You can't either. We both going to be in this together. No celebrity crushes.
All right. We got somebody sliding through saying, what it do, crew? But she also joined the membership for 7 months, and she is saying, what's she saying? What you saying, Nicole? What you saying?
And she's been a member, not joining.
No,
been
no,
a member.
She's
been a member for 7 months. All right now.
Okay, well, this is what she is saying.
What?
She is saying.
What?
What is she saying?
Oh God, we're doing this again.
I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what she's saying. This was.
Ain't nothing free about us.
All right, thank you so much, Nicole. We truly do appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
All right.
You almost hitting the year spot. I'm doing something for the year people. I got somebody already do this month for a year, huh? Yes.
Possibly.
I do.
She said, hello, chat.
Hello, my sis. I love you, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Nicole. We appreciate you.
So, Buddy Love said something here earlier.
Yeah, Buddy Love said, you know, I would love to say I have a relationship question, but I'm definitely single nowadays. And in my younger days, I was stabbed by by an older woman I really trusted.
That's sad. You got stabbed? Woo! And that's why I tell people, be careful of who you're dogging and disrespecting, because when you're hurt, sometimes we come out of character. When I didn't even know I can get out of character until my first husband. I did things I would have never thought I would have did. Like I did things I never thought I would have done. Mm-hmm. And it is amazing that,
that you're still right here looking at us right now.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. So those are things that I'm saying that is like really crazy that I would never thought of. You know what I mean? So I'm saying to you guys, be careful when you are dating people, because you don't know. Your actions, and don't have to even be major, can make somebody act a fool. I've seen, even in my high school, this girl stabbed a guy in high school.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear nothing about that.
No, I'm just saying, but you don't understand.
No, yeah,
you could trigger something that you be like I've been in a whole bunch of different relationships, and I was cheated on, and I was, all kinds of stuff. But my first husband made my brain flip to a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
things I would never do.
It's an extreme, all people say.
Sometimes it's not extreme, is what I'm saying. Sometimes it's just the little hurt.
I'm saying people say there's a thin line between love and hate. And so, like you have a strong love for this person, they could push your buttons in a different type of way. And so it could be something just very insignificant to anybody. But, the fact that they said it and the way that they said it, the tone, whatever it was, it could be even just that time. Like, this was not the time I needed to hear something like that. All of a sudden, you over here feel like you finna turn to Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that you should also be cautious of. And just watch what you say. Like Sandra said earlier, at the end of the day, you want to treat people the way that you want to be treated. You don't say stuff you don't want to be said to you. It's the same similar notion. You don't be saying that stuff to take nobody off.
And then you have people that are just crazy.
Yeah.
Like you think they normal, they look normal, they talk normal, and they're crazy. And you don't have to do nothing. You just was breathing, and all of a sudden they just want to act crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that's more the girl that stabbed the guy in high school was more like that. It wasn't that he hurt her feelings. I think she was just crazy. The whole family was crazy. The son, her brother was crazy. She was crazy.
That's his fault though, because he shouldn't have been messing with.
You don't know. That's what I'm saying. You gonna sit there and say that's his fault, but you don't.
You should look at the family history. I'm just messing around.
Y'all hear this?
I'm messing around. You said the whole family was though.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Idea,
the only reason we knew the whole family was crazy, and we don't know if it's the whole family. I'm just saying the two siblings was crazy. Is because one was at one school and the other was at the other school.
Oh, see that.
And we knew how the one at the one school was crazy. And then she over here at the other school crazy because we lived in the one school district.
Why didn't you go and warn him about this situation? You wouldn't have to be stabbed that day.
One, I didn't know women stabbed. I didn't even know women could abuse a man.
Oh my goodness!
So I had no clue. And so be careful of that too, because there are women abusers, just like there are men abusers. There are women abusers. So and a lot of times you go, how is there a women abuser where a man? Because men are told they cannot hit a woman. No matter what the woman do, you can't hit a woman. That's what men are too. So that's how they're women abusers are out there. Okay, so let's get that straight. So for you, buddy love, I am so sorry that you had to go through something like that, especially being stabbed. Is horrible. Like, even when I did crazy stuff, I did own up to my craziness, and like I ain't even mad at people I did. I'll tell y'all a story about that later, but I ain't gonna tell you now. It'll probably be a nighttime story, not a daytime story. But
Spooky
I'm sorry.
No,
that might be my Halloween story for y'all. But but I'm just saying I'm sorry that you have to go through that, buddy. And I understand that being stabbed is not something I would want to be. You know what I mean? And especially in a relationship or whatever the reason may be. Whether it was, heartbroken issues or she just crazy,
Either way go. Shoot, I ain't want to deal with nothing like that. But you got anything else you want to say before we wrap up this stream here? You got me feeling like, whoo.
But that's it. Relationship advice was good today. So
definitely.
I'm putting down people who participated in this, and hopefully we'll have something to do on Monday for you guys. It will be next relationship advice. It ain't
next
gonna be
Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm appreciating all you guys. So I'm gonna look back on here and get everybody who participated, asked questions, talked, and gave advice on here, and do a race and see who wins. Because I really appreciate it. And sometimes, Eli comes up with all these questions. I'm supposed to be helping come up with questions. I done quit. Eli be coming up with questions. I don't even have to anymore. Yay. And so we appreciate all the stuff that you guys are doing. We appreciate our members. And I'm working with several people right now to really work on our awards so you guys can really be appreciated correctly as well. I thank you guys so much for joining us on our live stream on our relationship advice. You guys are doing an awesome job. I appreciate you guys on Bigo. I appreciate you guys on YouTube. You guys got my heart. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And the people that came from YouTube and went on the Bigo to watch the cooking show, I appreciate it so much. You guys have been making my cooking show fun. That I will be doing more cooking shows. I thought it was going to be this week, but it will actually be next week. That I'll be doing more cooking shows on Bigo. And I will let you guys know on family meeting times what days those will be.
All right, we're going to go ahead and close out by saying, remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all take care.
Yo. L&L. L&L. Woo. 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 Love and live show. It's hot. Taste it hot. I'm ready. Love and live. Let's go. Love and live show. Motivation speakers. Positive affirmation. Tune in every week. We need a Monday family meeting. Eli always cheating. Relationship advice on Wednesday so you don't go creeping. Thursday game time. Come in and unwind. Friday night shout out time. Creators grind and shine. Pop up at the pop up. Shop up at the shop up. Get your bomb.com seasons for your potluck. Tropical morning for your royalty. Love and live empire bringing all the heat. It's time to turn up. It's time to turn up. You wanna taste that heat? Try to taste the heat. Hot sauce, that sweet heat is banging like this beat. Chocolate burning, love, mild watermelon. Heat. Dynamite's the truth. Have you favorite nephew, Lenora? She know it's the truth. Chris. Everybody love Chris. Love and live show.
It's the love and live show. It's the love and live show.
Love and live.
It's the love and live.
We be laughing, having fun.
Get up, please stay. Love and live. Get up, please stay. Love and live.
Love and live each day as if it was your last.
Visit Love and Live Shots.com.